Hello, everybody. This is an emergency report. I usually don't do a lot of emergency astrology Viber reports or vibes reports, but this is very important. It's been all day in my mind. It's been all the time, and it was. I had some bunch of things to do. I back home very late. I had to go some on a class at afternoon. But here is right now. It's almost at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock at night, and I'm making this video for you. Um, it's very important, this moon, what's going on right now, what's going to happen in the next few days, particularly what's with the moon. I want to show you on astrology wise what's going on and how this will affect us and what's going on. Um, just so you know that the moon in Aquarius is very special. Aquarius is the place for rebellion. That is the place after you wanted to see everything that it's you already understand. That end up at Capricorn, okay? You have to rebel against yourself to change yourself for the next part, for the next evolution. You have to change, and when you change, when you are an Aquarius, then you're moving to the stage of the peace and the soul, which is represent Pisces. So all the cardinal stuff are learned in Capricorn till the end of the Capricorn. Begin with Aries, with Cancer, Libra, and a Capricorn. All those cardinal stuff, they're already been done. But the final part of the been done into it, in order you to understand everything, is you to find the rebellion part. And what the rebellion part is 90% of the people think that when you rebel, you actually abandon people, you actually hate people, you just do things and they're like, you don't like me anymore. They don't understand that you're actually rebelling against yourself, and you understand the things that you need to do for yourself. So in the next couple of days, we're going to have a transition when the moon is going to move from Capricorn, and about Monday is going to be in Pisces. But during this period of 4 days, there's going to be a lot of triggers, and I'm going to be going over those triggers. Make sure you understand them. So here it is. So everything will begin tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, the moon, if you see it here in the bottom, the moon is actually, it's going to be in conjunction or uniting with Mars. Mars is in retrograde. And Mars in retrograde in Capricorn, that is the time where the actions and soul will already be calling for. This is going to be your wake-up call. This is going to be the call that finally you will realize what the warrior did wrong. And the warriors inside of you, the persons inside of you that wants to achieve everything, what wrong part has been done? That part, it's going to be affecting with Uranus, who is in Taurus, but is also retrograde. You're talking about two planets that are in a retrograde, and now the moon is going to trigger that part inside of us. And when it triggers it, that moon is going to tell you what did you did wrong in the earth level. Who did you hurt? Who did you abandon? Whatever you did wrong. So tomorrow, beginning tomorrow morning, that part is going to be trigger you. Just so you understand, don't try to harm other people when you're in that kind of position. You are about to rebel against your own bad self. So you can see your own darkness. And that's what this moon is going to be doing. You to see your own darkness. This is what it's about, the age of Aquarius. You to do a self-realizations and a base of your individual inner work on yourself. You going to benefit the collective. So that is a very important to understand that part of what's going on. If you have a moon when you're born, if you have your moon in Aquarius, you're a rebel. If you have a Jupiter, specifically Jupiter is in Aquarius, you're gonna be grow as a big rebel. So to go on and into this part, during that position, which is gonna be involved throughout tomorrow, throughout the day, the moon already is going to be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to be already within 2 degrees of Aquarius. So it's going to be a transition between 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. There's like a 6 hours. You will see that transition comes in as change. Within those 6 hours window, you will see, you might be probably going to go through all kind of madness inside of you, but also you're going to be mad of God, the universe, who did, what happened, what's wrong, and you're going to begin to do this pre-evaluation process inside of you of what's going on. So as the moon moves at 10 o'clock at night, we are going to have the moon opposing Mercury. That moon, when opposing Mercury, you be very careful. Maybe you're going to have huge talking conflicts with people. You will be wanting to express anger. You want to be expressing the part of maybe aggravations. You will like to look at situations right here. With Uranus squaring here, which is Mars, and by the way, at that time, if you are in the New York time, that's going to be a mid-heaven position. This is going to be like a divine time comes in and triggers everything. Careful with these positions. You want to see your darkness. You're going to be in darkness. You will probably be put in a state of not liking what's happening, what you did. And you're going to be looking for the blame others. Before you blame others, blame yourself, because if you're beginning to blame others, you're going to be talking to them. And when you're talking to them, that is Mercury, you're going to be hitting towards Jupiter, who is in Scorpio, and you're going to be making some big damages. Jupiter is growth. In Scorpio, which is underworld, destruction. So that's what all that's coming in. So from the universe, instead of you stopping here to look at yourself, if you continue to do the aggravation stock and you make aggravation calls, you're going to be destroying things that you're going to feel sorry about later on what you said. So to come on and move on to on Friday. The moon, it comes in and moves forward. And right now the moon, it's still opposing Mercury, but right now it's got a T-square with Jupiter. That same aggravation talk, that same part of destruction others, you have to look at inside of you what you need to destroy, what you need to remove in order to grow. That energy inside of you is going to be so much focused. It's going to be strong. For some of you, maybe going to be triggered the dark night of the soul. But that part will continue to be intense, because the moon, if you take a look at it, the moon, of the person who is average, that is going to be connected into the physical, to own, to have, to create some kind of problems of energy that it's on a basically physical level. If that is in the heart level, that it's about love. That is someone who wants to own the other, who thinks that the other owns them love, and who owns them respect, and they have to be justify themselves. But when that comes into a soul vibrations, is much more higher. You and the soul vibrations can cause a lot of damage, because the soul vibrations affecting the heart and they're affecting the body. So you got to be very careful how you're treating these points if you're an awakened person and you have the soul vibrations. This is not about to scare you, it's just about to give you a heads up of what you need to do. Because during that moon transition, specifically here, it's important for your soul evolution. You to self-evaluate yourself. First of all, you have to evaluate yourself as a soul. Once you evaluate yourself as a soul, then you evaluate everything else. But that is the primary things of Aquarius. We are an age of Aquarius, and this is what we are going to be looking for the next 2,000 years. That's it. So this is going to be in the morning on Friday. On Sunday morning, the moon okay, a little back. There we go. On Saturday, the moon, it's going to begin to opposing the sun. And when it's opposing the sun, it's going to become from 3/4 to almost full moon. It's going to be moving and growing, getting ready to pack itself the forces for the full moon. It's already have this square that it's been going on. That is the T-square here with the opposition of Mercury. And we'll be seeing that energy just growing. And over the time, you have to understand that that energy, it might overwhelm you. If you have to, go take a nap, go sleep. Go, if you have so much hot waves in your body, just go take a cold shower. Drink a cold water, cool off your body, so it will help you to handling those vibrations inside of you. A lot of you maybe feel a lot of anger. If you feel anger towards the person, you better control it, not to have it. It is about to look at inside of yourself, not about somebody else. Don't blame somebody for your own mistakes. Look inside of you. Do your self-realization. And then what's going to happen that on Sunday, that energy will go away. But right now the moon, it's going to be ready for the full moon. We are going to feel that impact. What we did and what's going on with the soul. Have you found the peace in the soul? Have you done the proper work? And this is going to be your evaluation process. This is going to be the part when you're going to see the good and the bad. That is the oppositions between the feminine, the masculine, the mother, the father, part of the lessons. We're going to begin that lessons of it. Because that lesson is learn of oppositions. You to see the same thing from two different directions. And for a Sunday morning, that's how when you wake up, that's when it's gonna be the vibrations there. Throughout the day, you're gonna be looking for those vibrations to improve, and it actually is gonna end up on Monday. On Monday morning, the moon is gonna go ahead and it's going to be conjunct with Neptune, and you're going to see clearly the visions of what actually happens into. As you see here, the moon is going to be having a nice trine with Jupiter, and it's going to have a sextile with Pluto, and Pluto on its own has a sextile with Jupiter. That destructions that you did, you're going to see the fruit. You're going to feel that part inside of you. And now you're gonna see it clearly. To speak to yourself was the most valuable for you. And that was gonna be on a Monday morning. So thank you so much for watching the report. I hope it helps you out, and be love.